Hey, episode 25.
Ooh.
It is 25.
Big time.
Wow.
God.
Quarter century.
Shit.
June 24th,
Yay.
2000 of the 14. Mike Davis, Mike Picaro, Joe Friedrich. Colin Zemer, we're back.
We are back.
We're back for one more season. We have 24 episode seasons.
A bit more sober.
Yes,
I might
man,
add.
what a mess.
Sadly.
What a
Yikes.
mess. I
Right.
know. I was listening back to that, and I only got about quarter way through, and I'm like, I can't listen to this anymore. I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is horrible. Wow, what a week. Anyone want to start with their weeks? I mean, you're moving.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's going well.
Did you find a good moving company?
Super excited. Yeah. I got some guys at the corner.
Good place of
you know,
business.
He's got a hookup. Yeah.
Pay them $5 an hour.
Oh God.
Hopefully they take care of my stuff.
You should say
They
place of
probably
business.
won't.
They're going to arrest you
Yeah,
if they find
probably
out.
won't. They're going to hold it hostage at the end of the move. Like,
You should pay us at least minimum
we
wage.
want
and-
$1,000 now.
Heave-ho.
Yeah, and just chuck it off. Yeah, no, it's everything is basically packed up. Shit goes down tomorrow in the AM.
Got your daughter packed up?
Yeah.
Did you poke holes in the box?
She's in one of- yeah, exactly.
His son's all packed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I took a bunch of stuff that I had like in storage at my storage. So I
Right.
was paying $0 for it.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Convenient.
And
It's a
yeah,
good price.
I had like weird shit put away. Not weird, but just like kind of cool stuff that I got, like a ping pong table.
Oh, your black on white part?
Ping pong.
Beautiful ping pong table.
That's
and
cool.
I'm looking forward to setting up. Hopefully we can get a friendly game
Oh,
going.
Yeah, man.
I would love
Why
that.
didn't you set that up in your apartment? That's so
Yeah,
weird.
I know, exactly.
You had plenty of space in your hallway.
We don't need this living room sofa. Forget
We,
this.
we
need
barely
a ping pong
we
table.
barely use
Sorry.
this kitchen. Let's
Sorry,
just put
Scarlett,
it
you don't
in
get a
here.
room anymore.
Yeah, this is the ping pong room now. You can sleep on the couch. And a beautiful upright piano, black lacquer. I don't play. Nobody in my family plays, but maybe my daughter will learn to play.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You're
there.
going to be a prodigy.
Well, she'll play, but she won't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Man. Have you ever seen a kid play? Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Kids
Making
play
beautiful
piano.
noise.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then all my old gym equipment. I got free weights and weight benches and
That's
you know
great,
all
man.
this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to let that be a motivating factor.
yeah.
You know, to just start doing some exercising again because I've just been a hot mess lately.
You'll be
So
the most ripped ping pong musician ever.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
He's going to
That's
be playing the
cool,
piano
man.
with the ping pong
Well,
ball.
good
He's
luck.
like, ding, ding, ding.
I mean, it's nice that you own your own moving company and have that all set up. You know.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna make it real easy. But I do want to ask you guys one question, just
Sure.
because
Yeah.
part of my my week and my weekend
Mm-hmm.
was traveling and staying with family members, but they're not immediate family. They're my in-laws.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you guys have had any interesting experiences with, a weekend or not a vacation. It was a wedding. It was my
Okay.
sister-in-law's wedding.
All right.
Where those family members are not getting along, and it makes for
Oh.
a miserable time.
Mommy and daddy are
Oh,
fighting.
yeah.
And it
Sure.
Is it between the two families or like the in-laws aren't getting along with
my
each other?
in-laws were not getting along with each other.
Yeah, okay.
So like my wife and her mom were like just not even talking.
Oh,
my
God.
my other sister-in-law did not say more than
Wow.
5 words over the weekend, basically. I mean,
And that was her wedding?
This was the other sister's
Oh,
wedding.
okay. I was like, man.
But it was like a 3-hour car
Yeah, it's
ride each
pretty
way,
depressing.
and nobody was talking.
Now, knowing you, did you try to diffuse
Oh,
this at all?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I
yeah.
mean, I figured that's what you would do.
Yeah,
You're
and it
always
was
trying to
just
break
like
that
it was
stuff.
like, is this for real? Like I mean, this is not even my family, and I'm trying to make light of everything and everything. It's just like, you guys.
Why don't we all just smoke a bowl, talk about this
Maybe
shit.
you know what?
Get it
I
out
wish
in
you
the
were there,
open.
Mike. I could have used that info. But yeah, it was
So they shunned
like just
everyone, huh?
could be.
Egyptian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you for that. That's where I was going. You saw it.
What a jip.
All that set up and Joe stole the punchline. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
But it's just like it should be such a fun weekend. Like somebody's getting married, and then people are
That
all
sucks.
miserable.
Yeah.
Like,
Sitting
are
in
you
their
crazy?
poopy diapers.
Are you
Uh-huh.
crazy? with
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
But I don't know. Have you guys ever experienced that? Because it's like, are you fucking kidding? You can't even really tell anybody off. You know, you can't just like, hey, come on, just knock this shit off. You just,
Yeah, because
I mean-
it's a family affair and it's probably been going on for years.
yeah, right,
That
exactly.
kind of thing.
It's like, come on.
I had one situation where I went out to San Diego. This was years ago, to a friend's house to watch, to just meet them. But they ended up watching NASCAR and stuff. And the two parents fought the whole time, super pissed. And we kept trying to leave. And
yelling fought?
Yeah, really bad.
Really?
And they kept trying to keep us there. They were so motivated to keep us there, and we kept saying, "Hey, we're gonna go." And this is a big group. There was 8 of us.
Stay and listen to us.
They would stop us and be like, "No, have fun. Everything's cool." Blah blah blah. And we'd go back and their tactic was, let's get them so drunk that they're the irresponsible ones if they leave. So we ended up staying, and then finally after 3 or 4 really loud fights, we ended up actually going outside to pretend to smoke.
Right.
And we just left.
Just hopped the fence, and they never saw or heard from you.
Jumped off the balcony.
Out of there. So that was really weird because obviously I'm not married, so I don't have in-laws. But that was the weirdest one. It was really disappointing because we were going to meet those parents. This person did not live in San Diego. Their parents lived in San Diego. They knew they were coming, and that's what made it even more weird. It was you haven't seen them in a long time. We came out here. This was one of our stops, along with the zoo and a couple other places.
Right,
and here
right.
we are,
It's such an uncomfortable thing because they're just caught in the middle. It's just it's a weird situation.
I just wanted to leave. I just wanted them to do their thing, and I was like, whatever.
Stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking hate it now.
Yeah.
So that's my experience. How about you guys?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't really think of anything. I've always had a really small family.
Just don't do it. Just don't even travel with family.
Just don't.
Travel with family.
I thought you meant don't get married.
Oh.
Just don't.
No, do that.
Speaking of small family, I met your dad for the first time on Father's Day.
Yeah.
And that was so trippy.
Yeah.
Because I've known you for so many years, and there's your dad, and he's like a perfect combination of you and your sister. I could see both of you definitely in his face and how his gestures. Cool guy. He was a cool guy.
And this is validation of the drunkenness that went on in episode 24.
Oh, God. Did I already talk about this?
Yeah, you
there
did.
You go.
You did.
What an idiot.
Stamp.
No, I apprate you mentioning it again.
Yeah,
no, absolutely.
it's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
He made that much of a.
Sorry,
of
I thought it was a good
impact
segue.
on Joe.
I met your dad, didn't I?
Did you?
I think one time, yeah. You were showing me your armory.
I got on my guns.
It's possible, yeah. I
Better,
think
better than him showing you his leggery.
Yeah. Wienery.
come on down to the wienery. Yeah, I think you did actually that one time.
Just
I think it was you
briefly.
and Alex, right?
Just
Were there?
briefly. I don't think so.
No, it wasn't
No,
Alex.
I don't
Just
think
you?
so.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Oh.
anyways.
Well, anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone knows that again. That's
Yeah.
good. And now I know it for the first
My
time.
dad is awesome,
Yeah, cool guy.
Nice.
and he's going out of town for a week, so I got the house to myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
Is that true?
buddy.
That's
It is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Oh.
Well, we can go over there and fight obnoxiously, and then you can have your uncomfortable
Yeah,
situation.
we should do a
Have a party.
We
We'll
should
go over there.
move the walls of Condo Grayskull over to Collins
Yeah.
for the week and
Colin
record over
Grayskull.
there. Live record it.
We do have a room that sort of has some of the same colors.
Oh, carrot stick and medieval gold. All right.
Yeah, it's a little more toned down than
Yeah,
that.
this is all based off of a hotel room I was in, and I was like, this is nice. And then I'm like, well, is it? I'm, like,
I'm not
I
sure
need to get
anymore.
I need to get all new furniture. No, I like it, but yeah, it's definitely, I need like a king size
You didn't
bed.
paint this room though. This was like this, wasn't it?
No, I painted this.
Did you?
Oh yeah, and this was based off like Lauren's ideas. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I feel like it was okay.
No, every
I remember
every
when you
wall
painted
was
this.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to just have generic
White.
Yeah,
It was
condo
like
color.
eggshell
Eggshell,
wall.
white
Is
eggshell.
there any other part of the house painted? Like the
I
walls?
painted my room as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I never noticed.
And
What
then-
what color is your room?
I forgot the exact colors
Well,
because they're not as
is it
fun
a
on this
tone?
one. It's
What
like
is it?
Baby
it's like
poop
a
green and no.
it's
red.
actually one is tea bag. That's the funny thing. It is called tea
Oh,
bag,
really?
but I really like the color. And then it's like a deep red, like a not
Oh shit! I didn't even
like
notice it.
I don't know, dark
Like a
dark
scarlet red.
Teabag and
Kinda.
period blood.
Yeah, I mean, not overwhelming. It's darker.
Sure.
yeah. But I actually enjoy that paint scheme a little bit more.
No, it's
than
nice.
this.
I mean, it's nice to have something.
Oh
different.
man, this one I got that green tape to get super sharp lines since I have an accent wall, and I spent so much time in this room compared to that one. That shit is fucking a process.
Really?
You paint, put the tape down, paint over it, wait till it dries, paint the new color, wait till that dries, and then use a razor blade while you're taking off to get that super sharp line.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. And right here, I fucked up. You can see it kind of angling towards the door.
Oh, yeah, it does slightly.
Ugh. All that room, all that time. I mean, you can't notice
Yeah,
unless
you
it's
really
called out,
can't.
but
It looks really good.
When you look at
I
it,
think it's just the room that's fucked up.
does it
yeah, the room.
Does
It's
it just
the angles of the walls.
The condo.
scream to you that you messed up, and it's like, oi, you fucked up on my paint here, because it's an accent wall, right? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
oi, you
I
fucked up on the painting here.
I wasn't getting
Mate.
Australian. No.
Oh,
but
maybe
it
all
was
right,
something.
Maybe something else.
It was something, yeah. So
I didn't realize it was called an accent wall.
yeah, when you have one wall that
You
has
have
a different color,
opposing
yeah.
colors.
So
Oh.
usually it's just one, but I did both sides. Whatever. Anyways, this is boring.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart podcast. So
Well, anything's better than my room.
We're just gonna paint these walls right here.
and here's some recipes for raisins.
Cute little tree right here in the distance.
Anyone else have something interesting this week?
This week, we're back on weeks.
Yeah,
No more in-law talk.
more in-law talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry I brought that up.
We've all had in-law trips and things like that. I got plenty of stories of
Yeah.
my ex-in-laws. My first and second
reason they're exes, right?
and
Yeah.
second trip to Australia.
Yeah.
That was interesting times all around, but no need to dig up those old chestnuts.
Yeah, not fun. Huh?
Yeah, no,
It happens. It's family,
It happens.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then this week, I don't know. I've been consistently seeing just one girl for a while, and we actually have a trip planned coming up in July for a little weekend getaway in
Nice.
Oh
in
man,
the Santa
You're going
that's
Barbara.
exciting.
Yeah,
You going to
I'm
the
excited
Eagle
for
Inn?
that. No,
No.
Now they're gonna find out.
I don't know why we needed it. Yeah, well, we can mention that. I don't think anybody's gonna follow me up there, but yeah, it'll be
You
fun.
get a bunch
I'm-
of gifts. You're like, hey, it worked out.
There's a line outside your door.
Oh, look, a
Mr. Davis.
present. You open it up. There's a piece of shit in it.
A
Ah,
horse head in the
it
bedroom.
started off good.
God
All right,
damn it.
Mike Davis here.
They're just calling all the hotels in Santa Barbara.
Right.
I'm looking for Mike Davis. Oh, yeah, he's in room 212.
So, but yeah, it's been. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's been a handful of years since I've done anything like that. So I'm
That's
looking
great,
forward to
man.
that. And then,
Good luck.
yeah, just enjoying the summer. It's nice and hot, so
Uh-huh.
just looking forward to.
You guys should rent a bike out there,
know.
man. Do all that stuff.
Dude,
That's
one of,
fun.
One of the cool things that this particular hotel does is it provides free beach cruisers to its tenants on a first come first served basis, so
That's
you can
so
go
cool.
up and down the boardwalk, not have to worry about driving anywhere, things like that. So
That's
Fun.
cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really fun.
Sounds like a great
Cruise
time.
the beach.
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I had an interesting day. Well, this whole week has been interesting. So this was my last week at work. And,
Oh man, last week of what 10 years?
almost 13 years with this company. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I had a break when I went to UC Berkeley, but
13 overall though.
Yeah, yeah.
Cumulative.
really, really strange. And it was sad because as each day was going by, I was kind of looking at the roster who was working, and I was asking them, do you guys work? What's your work week like? Because I was figuring out if I had to say bye, like this is our last shift.
Oh shit.
And so it had kind of weird emotions every single shift because there was like somebody each shift
Yeah.
that was like, whoa, what's going
God.
on here?
Someone just passed
Yeah.
Well, wham,
Oh,
wham.
because they just
Yeah.
they knew you were leaving. They're
It was, yeah, like I said, it was weird.
Yeah,
Waterworks, a lot of waterworks, a lot of people I didn't expect. Like, I'm like, I thought you hated me. And they're like, here's a card. And then just like dripping out, emotions. I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
So,
Okay, I have a question.
yeah.
Were there any admissions of, oh my God, now that I'm faced with you leaving, there's something I've just always had to tell you. I am so in love with you. I have always wanted to just once, just in the back room, in the walk-in
Just
or something.
nail you.
I think most of the people that
Just-
felt that way didn't keep it a secret.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, like, over the years of management, yeah, that's an interesting thing because I had a lot of girls have crushes on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they purposely
It kind of comes with the territory there,
It
right?
does, I mean,
a man in a position of power and
Bow wow.
which I never took advantage of course.
No,
I
you're-
was just like, whatever, I'm just doing my thing. And then it's like an 18-year-old host is like, how's it going? And I'm like, fuck no, get to work.
got a girlfriend.
Yeah. So no, I mean, yeah. Over the years, I've had some pretty major crushes on me, which was interesting. But I think it's just the mystery. It's nothing special. But I think today was the most emotional. I actually I was supposed to work a full day, and then at like 2:00, the guy that was replacing me, which actually yesterday was weird because as I was showing him around, this is our first follow shift, and showing him around, telling him the things he needs to, I was working on, or things, hot spots, and
Sure.
I started realizing this is when I'm passing the torch. This feels weird.
Yeah.
And that was when it started really sinking in, like, I'm not going to be here anymore. And this guy's taking over.
Yeah.
And then, so that was weird. I have to admit, I called my mom, kind of talked about my feelings, because it was just, it was new. It was just something I wanted to express. I talked to Lauren about it for a while, too. And then today, I was getting really tight, like, hugs from people I did not expect, and people just saying, like, you, like, gave me so many hours and helped me out so much, and you're like, my family appreciate, like, I haven't cried yet, but I almost cried from one of the cooks doing that. One that I would not expect. Just hugged me so tight and just thanked me so much for all I did for him.
Yeah,
I was
sweet.
just like,
Yeah.
whoa. Yeah, it felt good. It's validating because,
That's good, man.
part of that whole leaving this, situation is, am I leaving and everyone's going to be happy, and like I'm leaving this place like a mess for the new guy? Like how?
Ding dong, Joe is dead.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like one of those
Joe.
things. Yeah.
They all rejoice after the door closes.
Exactly.
You're like, fuck.
That may still
the new
happen, we don't
uniform
know.
is nudity, so but yeah, so far that's not the case. So we're having a going away party tomorrow at 9 if you guys want to come.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. till close, and then we're going to instant replay after. So anyone that's not 21 can hang out at Chili's, and then we're gonna go over to instant replay. So.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So pretty cool.
Very cool.
And I'm excited.
Chili's,
now it's yes, it is.
Why Chili's?
Chili's. Yes.
And
so
then,
now
it's official.
I
Yeah,
guess-
we
I
can
guess
talk about it.
We can talk about the
the-
fact that it's Chili's.
The
yeah.
new place of business will be place of business.
Yes.
And it also will be at the same place that is my place of business.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be working together again,
Yeah,
which
that's
would
weird.
be this will be the third time now.
Yeah.
In our friendship.
Well, fourth, if you really count the fact that there's
Yes.
Simi Chili's and West Hills Chili's.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
Crazy.
So it was the Vons, 50,
Vons.
501
Uh-huh.
on Erringer.
Super
and then
Vons.
Super Vons. And then, Chili's.
It was a super Von.
Chili's.
So weird, yeah.
And now.
Was it just bigger than an average?
It had a water park in it. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it was it's a weird week. Yeah.
So what are you on vacation until?
Well, yeah,
Go to
technically,
new-
I have some paperwork I need to fill out for the new job. I got to go shop for new clothes because I have so many Chili's shirts. I was like, what am I gonna wear? All I have is Chili shirts.
All
and
my
like,
nice stuff has Chili's.
a bunch of
logos on it.
muumuus, for my off days.
What's the new attire for?
Jeans
job?
and button-up shirts or
Oh.
collared shirts. Yeah,
Okay.
so pretty mellow.
So kinda just
I'm
casual.
excited about that. That's cool. But I'm also like, I'm so used to just being like black pants, tucked in shirt,
Every
slip
day.
resistant shoes. I'm gonna look better than you because that's how you teach people to not look like idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they'll come in and it looks like they changed a baby on their uniform. I'm like, seriously? I'm going to send you through the dishwasher.
Hasn't
This is
been washed
gross.
in a week.
I know. God. So gross. So gross. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. Any other week news? Or strong news?
I was going to say, I've got plenty of weak news.
Yeah.
I took a shit earlier, and
That's
that was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So, hey, speaking of shits, yeah. So, I had this idea. Well, was it your idea, actually?
You know what?
I mean, it was kind of, I guess...
I think it was kind of a joint idea.
we talked about apps, and there's so many apps out there.
There are.
And we took a few of, I took a few of the existing, and I made a few apps of my own. And
Cool.
Did you guys write any new apps? Like I was bored, so I wrote like I don't know,
36
eight apps. You know how easy it is to write successful apps. So I wrote like 8 of them, and I felt like maybe I'd share that.
How'd the programming go?
Oh, it's easy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 2-3 minutes and I'm
Is
done.
that C++?
He outsources all of it to India.
Yeah, I do.
That's how it happens.
That's
Yeah.
what
Cheaper
an
that way.
aspiring
Yep.
programmer
Yep.
should, or
Well, I
entrepreneur
mean,
should do.
we talk about Mike's shit, and one of the programs I actually wrote was called Angry Turds. And Angry Turds it basically plays music and shows like it's soothing music and soothing pictures, so that if you're constipated, it relaxes
Oh,
you,
nice.
and you can get rid of that.
When you have an
turd.
angry turd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I segued. I know everyone was scratching their heads, and now you can stop scratching. So that's one I wrote, and so far I haven't sold any,
Okay.
and it's been on the market about 4 years. But I really feel like it's going to pick up some steam.
Stay positive. Stay positive.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
I think it's going to pick up some
A
steamy
shit or the app?
No, the app, it'll sell.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
yeah. So, how about you guys? Anyone else?
I did come up with one, and well, should I? I wonder if I should start with the name or start with
Let's
the
start-
premise.
Yeah, premise. Go ahead with the premise. I
So,
like that.
you know, I've done a fair bit of drinking in my life, and I know a lot of my friends have liked to drink and been at the bar, and you've had your fill really, but you're looking for another drink, and they cut you off. So
It's responsible.
Bastards.
yeah, I mean,
But-
I understand from a place of business perspective why they would do that.
Right.
So this app is designed similar to a locator app of, for lack of a better app, Grinder, where it's looking for gay men in your area. What this does basically is it finds another patron in the area that will begin to buy drinks for you.
Oh, wow.
It's called Sloshed.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, you just ping in, and it finds
Sloshed in translation.
yeah, it finds other patrons that are not as inebriated as you, and hooks you up with them, and maybe you can fuck later. I don't know, but
That's cool.
at least that person will buy you some drinks, so you can continue
Now,
getting fucked up.
Cool.
And hopefully not.
Good luck with that.
Crash on the way home.
Sounds great.
I'm sure there's no legal ramifications for something
None,
like
No,
this.
none
absolutely
Not
whatsoever.
at
No,
all.
it's-
so
Not
you
at
must
all.
have spent a lot on a simple user interface for this app. Because
Yeah.
I assume if you're that drunk already that
Oh yeah.
you're working an app.
It's
Well,
got
actually-
a huge red button.
And you just hit it with your
you
fist.
Just like
You just pound that button with your fist
Oh, yeah,
or whatever.
absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely, it says go, and you just fucking
Yeah.
It responds to voice commands too.
It's like, oh, yeah, you need a drink.
Marbus.
So I recently called Mike Davis on the phone, and I just heard a bunch of keys tapping. So I knew he was programming.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And he barely was talking, so I knew he was
true.
distracted. I said, call me later.
It's true.
What were you working on?
I was. Yeah, I was working on.
Feverish.
I was working on one of your apps. You outsourced to me, actually.
Oh, how was your vacation in India? Oh, you got sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
I wanna
Here
get
and
that
there.
checked out.
Here and there. Here and there.
Yellow fever.
So what is it? Curry up and buy?
Oh man, see, good one.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come clean because I know you're trying to set me up for one of my apps that I wrote, but I have no material.
No worries. I do. So, hey. Oh, do you have any?
I got a couple, yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll go.
Where's your post-it note? Damn it.
Well, he
He
This
upgraded to the
This time he
iPhone.
just rolled on some. He just
iPhone
rolled on
posted.
some whiteout and then wrote on that.
He wrote on the brim of his hat.
I actually did write it down, but I didn't come up with enough to necessitate having a sheet.
He doesn't want to waste a post-it.
No, it's already wasted. I just didn't bring it.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I guess the first one I have is an app that tracks the diet plan for your pet donkey. It's called FAPP'gasm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I found the last few times I bought a donkey, I was like, how do I control this fucker's weight?
It's tough. It's
tough.
You got to keep him on a
There
good
is a
regimen.
market. There's a huge market there, especially after I bought my second donkey and realized
Yeah.
that this was recurring.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Have you guys ever won like the lotto?
Nope.
Have
Yes.
you ever? Oh, you have. Okay, like a ticket. Have you ever gotten news where you get hysterical? Mm-hmm. Well, have you ever needed someone to just come over and slap you? Mm-mm. Oh well, guess what? There are people out there that
Wait, no, I'm
do.
sorry. Yes, I have.
And that's why I grouped up with Google and I made Google Slaps. And what you do is you GPS your location, they come by and they just slap the shit out of you. So
And then you might have sex after.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe we can team up and throw something onto the back end there for.
I like that. They'll slap you and then give you a drink.
Yes, exactly.
Google slosh
You
slaps.
should stop drinking.
They're very similar looking apps.
And
You don't
then
know
they
what you're
get
going to
into
get.
It has multiple applications. Not just if you're hysterical. Like if you're being an idiot, someone will call it on you. You'll just get slapped. Have you ever been in like, you get drunk and you need a ride home, you call Uber. Well, have you ever been at a river and you don't have anything fun to do? You call Boober, because they actually deal with motorboats. So do you see how that works? Boober. So yeah, then you can get a motorboat and you have a great time,
Oh, I love it.
Motorboat instead of a
can't-
bitch.
When is that available for download?
Right now.
Oh shit,
2 years ago.
guys, I'll be right back.
Who else has one here?
I got one. This is actually one I stole from a joke I heard a while ago.
Say it anyway.
Yeah.
But this is an app for equine lovers that tells you all the information you want to know about all your favorite horse breeds. It's called Hoof-Hearted.
Hoof-Hearted. Yeah. I like that.
Nice.
You better plug your nose for that one.
Hoof-Hearted. Oh man, 99 cents. Well spent.
For the name alone.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I wrote one recently called Snapchaps, and it's a great way it's a fun way to rate how you look in chaps. And so, there's some people, if you want multiple people to kind of rate you and see like, what they think, because the first thing
how
you
do you know?
You don't know. You come up to your friend, how do we look in chaps? You're an idiot.
Yeah, they're not.
So you're
gonna
like,
give
okay, well, I can't
just
talk
gonna give
to
you a hard time.
Yeah. You
Got
don't
a
even
bunch
order. You only own that fat donkey. Why would you have chaps?
I thought a bunch of your British friends were going to come by and just start snapping for you.
They're usually yelling at me about my accent wall.
Oi, you fucked up here, mate.
I wrote a weight loss app recently. It's called Thigh Space, and it actually it checks out the distance between your two
Okay.
thighs,
Okay.
because that's actually a big indicator if you're gaining weight. Yeah,
If you're chafing.
yeah. If there's a lot of
That
chafing,
thigh gap, right?
yeah, there's also a little thing for the mic that somehow smells what's going on down there. So if there's some friction, some heat, it'll pick it up, tell you what you need to do.
And there usually is.
Thigh space.
Got an infrared camera.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been super horny and you're like, I can't be horny right now?
Oh
like,
my
this
God,
is the
yes.
worst time.
Like
this
a-
is real.
Like a
Have
math
I ever-
test.
Oh yeah.
We've
Yeah.
talked about this before
Oh, yeah. Or-
in a past podcast.
You're just like, I'm fucking horny. Well, I made an app recently to fix that. It's called Randy Crush. So if you're feeling Randy,
Crushes it.
yeah, it's just pictures of like old titties and just
Could have
gross.
used that in
Margaret-
junior high.
Margaret Thatcher on a
bunch
cold
of,
day.
bunch of documentaries about really bad, horrible things.
About
yeah.
BBWs.
That one.
Yeah.
What was that one old lady from the Golden Girls? What
Oh.
was her name?
There was only one of them.
I mean, but the one that's
oldest
the
one.
focus of the jokes.
Oh God, what's
Who's
her
the
name?
one who's the
Damn
focus
it.
of the jokes though?
Estelle Getty.
No.
no.
She had a very specific.
She had a very manly voice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, B. Arthur.
Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Thank you.
B. Arthur. Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to. You know what? Somebody should come up with an app where
Just call B. Arthur.
It's voice recognition. Where in times like this, where you're trying to think of
It
something
goes,
that you can't remember, you're like, God
like
damn
that.
it! You open up the app and you talk into it, and you just say,
And then
"God,
someone comes
I'm
over and
trying to
slaps
do
you,
it."
and then
yeah,
you-
someone just comes over and shoots you right in the face.
That's weird.
It's got that and Whoopi Goldberg.
So one-time payment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be, wouldn't it? You got any others? No. Do you ever notice there's a lot of single lesbians around? Me too. So I'm just like, I feel bad for them. So I made a dating site for them. It's called Clash of Clams, and so it gives them opportunity to meet other people, like-minded, and they deserve a beautiful life too.
Sure. Sure.
Clams.
Clash their
They
clams
can
together.
they can get together for a movie night and watch Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, absolutely. Lay her,
In Diana Jones.
Have you guys, and I know you have, okay, I should say this differently. You know when you're watching
Yes.
a porn and you're like, what movie is this?
Of course.
And you're like, I wish I could find out what movie this is so I can enjoy the whole movie and not just this snippet, you know? So I designed something that listens to the actual audio. It's called Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam, and then it tells you through the audio, hey, this is that porn.
You know what that is?
In Diana Jones. Oh, duh. That's a great one.
That's one of those things where it immediately hits your ears, and then you think, God damn it, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
That's one of
Don't
those.
say it immediately hits my ears when it comes to Shazam. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know, it's wherever it may go, wherever it may come.
I'd call it Jizoo.
Once it hits your ears, I think you're like, I can't hear anything anymore.
Yeah, I know. I need Shazam.
I need to-
What was that?
Also,
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, the last one is, I wrote this for my dad. My dad just loves fishing, and he likes finding great spots to fish. It's called kelp.
Kelp.
Yeah, and you rate your fishing spots.
Nice.
And it
I like
gives
that.
you like GPS locations. And
like
those are
that.
some apps I wrote. I just wrote those over the weekend. No big deal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're going to be a millionaire before we know
Well,
it.
I'm $14 closer.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Thanks, Mom.
Bought Shazam
no, you know
14
what?
times.
Early investor.
Yeah, exactly.
Early investor.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That was all in my Kickstarter.
In the angel round.
So, anyways, yeah, those were some apps I wrote.
Those are some great ones.
Yeah, and so hopefully, later on we'll write some more and we'll share that with
I
everyone.
make
Are-
a few buck.
I do have to ask, are any of those apps compatible with iOS 5.0?
You know what?
Because that's what I'm running.
Yes,
And-
all of them are.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
They're
All
native
right.
to 5.0. You
Well, I
can't,
have-
you
I
can
wrote them
only
all.
get them.
I wrote them all so they would work on my my Razor.
With Palm
And so
OS.
if it works on that, I'm sure you'll be fine.
It'll run on my toaster.
Uh-huh.
Then I have zero excuses to
No,
not
you-
download all of those apps
Exactly.
immediately.
Mike's got to bring his toaster in the room while he's watching porn.
I haven't
Which
compressed-
movie is this?
I haven't compressed
Toaster,
any
tell
of
me.
them.
The toast pops up with the name on it. It's like, God
porn
damn it,
is
this
this?
is the most delicious answer I've ever had.
Jizam.
Like a ticker tape.
Yeah. A toast ticker tape.
Ticker toast.
So we drunkenly talked about Anonymous's situation for like an hour last podcast.
Only an
and
hour.
we learned from our mistakes. So if you were
Seemed
frustrated
like
by 24, I was. You know what? We're past that. We're going to do better.
Not I.
No,
I loved it.
You know
You
what,
loved
though?
it?
I
Yeah.
think
a lot of people actually did, and
think
I got some good feedback. But yeah, I was like, man, this is embarrassing.
I think after 23 solid episodes, though, I think we earned that one.
Yeah, we earned a drunk cast.
I think
Fuck
we
you
I
guys.
think we earned that one.
Come on, don't judge.
It'll
But
never happen again.
it might. But anyways,
It probably
I hope,
will.
I hope
Yeah.
it does.
I know it was pretty funny.
Maybe it was
So-
just funnier topic.
Yeah, that was pretty hardcore. So Anonymous wrote back concerning his night.
I'm not reading it this time,
His
by the
or
way. You
her.
guys can all take the fall
Okay,
for that one.
bring it up. I'll read it. I don't mind. Let me see it because I actually haven't seen it yet. So this will be me
I
reading
haven't
it for the
either. I'm
first
pretty
time.
excited about this.
Well, read ahead.
Anyone?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He still has two hands out. I'm going to
His
read
response.
it in 3D, so I'm going to
Well,
hold two
'cause
phones
Colin,
like this.
Colin looked like he was going for his phone, and then he
No,
brought his hand
his-
back
his
out.
balls itched.
Yeah.
He'll hand you those though.
It's okay.
I know you're not familiar with Android. I don't want you to break anything.
I'm not gonna break anything.
What's wrong with his phone? It's updated, Mike. That's what's wrong. Oh,
Okay, so I've got it here in front of me now. Thanks
Okay.
to Mr. Michael Picaro and his quick thinking.
good job.
And our
Quick thinking.
anonymous
Quick thinking. Phone. Huh.
anonymous guy.
Wow, genius.
Oh, we're going
What
to
the
read this
fuck?
response. I don't know.
Mensa, here I come.
So he writes, that was a great discussion and excellent responses to my situation, guys. I think that each of your opinions in the matter were relevant and had merit. Some of it actually hit hard and caused me to take a deeper look at who I
Shit, that
am,
was probably me.
what I'm about, and what I want. I certainly don't consider myself some dastardly prick who goes out with
Absolutely
with the mindset of cheating on my fiance.
Of course.
But it was the rarest of rare occurrences, and I, without a doubt, made a terrible choice. How I respond to what happened? I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. Who knows? Maybe I'll just come out with it one day, or maybe I'll let it fade into the past. And now, ultimately, this is up to him to do one or the other. He also writes, he goes on to write, it would be interesting to see if any of your opinions might change if you knew more of the history of our 14-year relationship.
Sure.
Now, I'm assuming he's talking about the 14-year relationship with his soon-to-be wife. and not this
Yeah.
21-year-old sister of the friend of his.
Yeah.
That would be kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, he's known her 14 of 21
since
years.
she's 7.
Good God.
I've been dreaming about fucking this broad since
and
she's 7.
weren't expressing them in such a public forum. Possibly. I could understand that. Anyway, he says, thanks for discussing it so passionately and thoroughly. I'm assuming thoroughly is
It's a nice way of saying.
He should have put that in bold
Give it
letters
up,
and
yeah.
capital letters. Bold and capital
laden with
letters.
some sarcasm. Thoroughly. Looking forward to the future podcasts. And then he signs his own name and he says, P.S. Thank goodness she doesn't listen to the podcast.
Okay.
I would have been found out immediately.
Yeah, there was a lot of information. I mean, we gave him social and addresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Hair color.
I mean, like I said, we had a fun time
Yeah,
pre-show
it was a
last
good time.
week, and probably
Yeah, we did.
overdid it a little bit before recording, but
I don't know about that.
I mean, it was a blast. I mean, it was memorable, of course.
Dark Games was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. But has anybody's opinion changed now that they've kind of mulled
Sobered
it
up
over?
and had time to
yeah,
think about
sobered
it?
up.
You know,
Let's open this one.
Like, are you as passionate about, hey, that's just completely cut and dry, wrong? Yes, you would tell. I mean,
I can honestly say that. I mean, my response is still the same.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it's
Me
just
too.
like, you know what, if
At my age right now, I
right,
totally agree.
do I need to know any more about his history? I don't need to know anything. It's just like if he's been with this woman for 14 years and they have formed this bond where she has, melded her life with his and vice versa and helped to raise a son that's his but not hers and just given everything. I think, I was talking to Colin about this actually on the way up before we started recording. And my comment was, I would rather, just come clean about it because it's like that telltale heart. It's going to be just, unless you have no conscience whatsoever, it's going to be bugging you and just scratching. And
Now he's fucked.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah,
Okay.
great. Now
So-
this poor guy.
Okay, so no, but this is me. This is how I would feel. Okay, so
If you're,
I
if you're like a heartless, dickless,
If you-
hopeless
that's
pile of
not-
shit,
that's not
then
what I'm
I
saying.
feel horrible. I'm talking about me.
that's not what I'm saying. Maybe it's a
Listen,
little bit
let's be honest though. Let's be honest. We talk about this enough.
No,
We
okay.
talked about this so much, to be honest.
Right.
So you agree. You agree with what you said.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I would rather enter a lifelong commitment
Than be
with
a dickless
with
pile of shit, right?
everything with everything on the table,
That's so
rather
mean.
than
I was just
it's just
I was just
sequestering
curious
it as a
because
lie.
like some
Yeah,
where
you
you're
get out of it and you're like, wait.
I mean, yeah, when you're drunk, I mean, sometimes you're just like so passionate about something, and the next day you're like, I was talking about fucking French fries. Like, why was I so passionate about what I was saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I mean, your morals are
Yeah, it is what it is.
they stand. I mean,
Yeah.
I get that,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if we knew more of the story, maybe different. Maybe
I
it would
wonder
different.
what could
Because
be-
the one thing that he did say, I feel like the only two things was 14 years. And
That's a
she
long
watches
time.
my kid.
But what-
And those two, that's not hers. And those two, it's like, those pull heartstrings.
Maybe he doesn't want to admit that she's cheated on him a couple times.
Maybe.
And
Yeah, there's a lot of
and she admitted
information.
it. Maybe that's what
It's
he's
true.
getting
It's
at.
true.
I don't
Does
know.
that-
But you
does
know
that-
what? It
does
doesn't
I'm not saying
change-
it makes it right. I'm
does it
just saying
justify
like
it?
Doesn't change how I feel about him.
maybe
He's a
it
great
would,
guy.
I don't know if it would change my mind. I think I was on
shit.
the lenient side because I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, that's I appreciate him writing back.
Yeah.
Anonymous
thanks,
writing back.
Anonymous.
Thank you.
Thanks, A.
Anonymous AW, anonymous writer.
Long
wait.
time commenter. And
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Long time listener.
long time listener, first time commenter.
6'1". No.
Social,
So-
623 49
4. Just say that. That's good.
8600.
Oh God.
Hails from Cameroon.
Yep. Yeah. So we've come to that segment in our podcast where we don't know what to talk about anymore.
Talk about the World Cup.
It only
Yeah.
took 25 episodes.
How do you guys feel about the World Cup? Let's talk about that. So I've been watching it constantly.
Yeah.
Because I feel
as much as I can.
I feel obligated to, and I've been
you-
working a lot of dinners.
Are you a big football fan?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I'm not.
It's
but I
America.
feel-
We call it soccer here.
Yeah, I
Well,
feel
you know,
I feel obligated though
I
because I'm like,
didn't wanna-
this is
Don't
exciting.
pander to our one English listener.
That's true. We do have, I think, one.
We've got a couple international folk who probably tune in every week.
Would you like to say it in all their languages as well? No.
Goal.
It's a good little dialect we came up
Yeah,
with.
that was
Michael.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Not
But-
sure that we have any Cambodian listeners. I didn't pick up on that one.
Well,
Yeah.
you did because you said
and you actually said fat donkey, and we have an app for that. No, honestly,
Kowloon Bay dialect.
I have a rough time with football because soccer, excuse me, because it's not
Football.
super exciting for me, and I'm really trying to I see them breaking down defenses, and they'll do these crosses to get in front of the team, and that's exciting, but. I realize when I watch before the World Cup even, you'll see these montages of these goals on the football channel and or the soccer channel.
Thank
and
you.
It's just 2 minutes of just the most beautiful stuff and you're like, these guys are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then you realize for that 2 minutes they had to play 20,000 hours of soccer
Yes.
and you're like, holy shit.
Yes.
Because honestly that USA game was so the first one was so fucking boring to me.
Yeah.
Because they score in 20 seconds and then there's nothing for 80
For
minutes.
91 minutes, there's
And
nothing.
I have a rough time with that, and then people are like, well, do you compare it to hockey? I'm like, dude, they're bashing into each other. They're going so much faster.
Yeah, hockey's
I
hockey's
don't know.
completely
That's
different.
that's
yeah.
my
Well,
opinion.
it's just because of the goals,
Oh,
it's
like
kind of
low-
the same
I see.
situation, lower scoring,
Lower scoring,
you know,
yeah.
but I don't know. But I am trying. and I haven't stopped
Yeah.
trying, but I'm still at that point where I'm just like, it's just not hitting me yet.
I've noticed, and this is coming. This opinion is coming from, from myself, who I played AYSO and club soccer for until I was 12 years old, but right up until I played ice hockey, and I just one of the things I've noticed is that there's just it seems to me like there is so much play acting. Like with regards to these guys who might get hit in the shin, they all go down, they all grab one or the other shin, and they're playing it out like, oh my god,
that's part of the sport at this point, and
But
it has been for a long time.
How do you not draw a red card and just get tossed out of the game for shit like that?
Because that's how it is.
It's like if
there has been a
if they don't draw penalties for it, then they get up and they're like, oh, well,
in the last
I'm okay.
10 years or so to penalize people who are obviously diving,
because it's
it has happened a few times this World Cup so far where somebody's been yellow carded for diving.
Yeah,
I'm so used to it with basketball because basketball is a bunch of
basketball
acting.
too.
Yeah. Everybody gets thrown down.
Yeah,
Everybody has to get
it's
helped up by 2/3 of the team.
When they fall down,
just-
it's like they got shot out of a cannon. They slide along the
I
floor
know, it's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They'll
They
bring them out
fucking-
on a stretcher and then they come back out like, I'm kidding.
Somebody fucking
the
dragon
magic
punched
spray.
them
They
or
have
something.
magic spray
Yeah.
in soccer that they just
Thank you.
When we spray your leg down, he's like, "Oh my god, it's
Where-
fucking
yeah.
working
Oh
again."
yeah, I know.
And that shit doesn't happen in hockey. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
but
You know what was
Okay.
interesting? I saw today. I was interested to watch the Italy game, and
It's because it's a man sport.
the guy in Uruguay from Uruguay, he fucking took a bite
Oh,
with this
yeah.
guy's
That's
shoulder.
the third time he's done this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were calling him the cannibal. I was like, holy shit, this
And
guy's
he's
got
done
a
racial
fucking...
slurs, I guess.
Yeah.
He's been, oh my god.
But so, just
hungry.
to counter that point, it's
They
like,
have no food
there's
in
a bunch of
Uruguay.
acting, but there's also a bunch of fucking nasty shit going on too.
Yeah, that's weird. I would call bullshit though if that guy did get bit in the shoulder area somewhere and then he fell down and grabbed his shin. That's where I would.
No,
call
he actually
bullshit.
was just like he.
Oh
pulled
yeah.
his shirt, and then one of the teammates was trying to cover it.
Yeah,
He pulled
one
down
of
his
the-
shirt, and he's like, "Put up your shirt."
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of weird though. I mean, that's a valid thing though. I mean, if you've got somebody going around actually biting
That's
people,
red card him.
yes,
Sure. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
But I'm just talking
he
about
got suspended for many games both
From
times.
the other times, yeah. I guess the slow mo is what makes them look so weak. Because there was one where a guy got red carded because he threw an elbow into another guy's back,
Yeah.
and it's so fucking pussy.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
give him a red card. I get it. He was trying to strike him, but the guy's just like,
Yeah, they fold.
falls on the ground, and he's like,
they're like paper
yeah,
dolls.
Yeah,
They're like paper dolls.
I just hate it because that slow mo. You'll see him do something where
Yeah.
they don't even hit him.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh!
but even in the slow-mo,
My vagina.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck
what's
you.
cool too, or what's sad, I guess, if you want to think about it, is it's in the slow-mo too. You can see where
It's a good thing you brought this up. So
They
we
make
could
this decision.
bash on it
The-
constantly.
Wow.
well, the contact.
I'll bring it back in though.
I don't mind it.
I-
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
The contact
either.
itself happens,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the guys reacting like, "Oh shit, I'm getting hit," and then all of a sudden you see the thought process and
Yeah.
the change in their face. Go, "Oh, I need to milk this," and
Yeah.
their
It's like they're a
whole face just
dinosaur.
goes like, "Oh my fucking!"
It takes
God."
so long to get to their brain.
Ah, yeah,
Maybe
like-
it's a delayed reaction. I mean, those fuckers
It's-
are pretty
Yeah.
skinny. They got some bony
No, it's
fucking
true.
appendages.
And
you know?
also, when you're getting kicked in the shins with some of their legs,
With
I can
cleats?
see that. But I will give them, I will give them all that acting when it comes to they're getting close to getting a goal, and
Yeah.
then they get that penalty, so they can get a penalty kick. That works
Yeah.
with the match. That makes
Yeah.
sense. And so they're trying to get that penalty. So okay, I get it. Cool.
Well,
do
I
that.
thi-
but when
but I
it's
think that's-
midfield, it's a little weird.
Well, I mean, it is, but like I said, I mean, that's if you can get a foul doing that,
Yeah.
then you're going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they say it doesn't happen in hockey, but in hockey,
Sure.
if you could get a
at
penalty
the
every
s-
time you bumped into somebody,
Right.
then
They'd
people
probably
would
be
be
flopping.
throwing
Yeah.
themselves all
It's
over the
true.
place.
the rules. The rules dictate
No,
that.
but that's why you get 2 minutes in the box for if they even think in hockey that you took a dive
So, okay.
or did something bad.
Well, no, but
Great
they can
point.
penalize him in they can penalize him in soccer. But what I'm saying is, if in hockey you got foul, like if there was fouls like there is in the NBA, where you could bump into somebody or just them being knocked over could get you a penalty. Whereas in hockey, it takes a lot more than that.
Sure.
If that was the case, that you could get a penalty for that in hockey, I think people would be
Yeah.
throwing themselves around a lot more.
Let me ask you something. So you brought up an interesting point. What happens if soccer had a penalty box?
Had a penalty box, like you could get
So someone does
taken out
something
for-
bad, gets a yellow card, and then they get thrown into the penalty box for a couple minutes. Do you think that would steer the game, make it more interesting?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
I think it would make.
I think the fact that you get 2 yellow cards and you're kicked out for the
Yeah.
entire game is probably.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think to make.
I just was thinking about that. I was like,
Yeah.
one less defender.
That would be
I
interesting.
think honestly to make the
I
game.
think they need to get rid of offsides too.
Something that would make the game more interesting is make that pitch like half the size that it is.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, wow.
just so
Yeah.
much field
It is.
Arena
to
soccer.
run around in. Yeah,
But
it's
it's
so
just
much
been around
field.
so long, you can't change
Yeah.
it.
You know,
I
one-
personally think
one
instead
thing
of
you
a
could-
ball, it should be a really hungry lion. I think it would be so interesting. They all have machine guns.
And I will
Then
say
I'll watch
this
it.
for one thing about
Random landmines
about
around.
soccer players is they're probably the best shape athletes
yeah.
out of anybody.
Oh man, they're ridiculous.
I don't know about
Well, I
that.
don't know about that. I'd say definitely
50
endurance
seconds
wise.
on the ice and
Yeah.
then sitting on the bench for another 2 minutes, or running around for 45 minutes
Well,
straight.
but-
I'm going to go ahead
also-
and say ice hockey. The guys are still way more conditioned.
I wouldn't go
There's
in that
no-
direction.
I wouldn't think so.
there's-
How many
I'm saying-
ice hockey players die from heart attacks every year?
How many soccer players die from heart attacks?
Several.
They're out of shape.
No, they're not.
That's why.
Oh, that's crazy.
People die
Okay.
all the time in soccer. Not all the time, but people die quite often.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that's not
Okay,
selling it.
so-
But yeah,
Okay, have you personally?
the French team is because it's
and
all
I'm just,
wine and
and I'm
cheese that
just
they're
asking,
eating.
have you personally
Cigarettes.
played a full game of a competitive soccer match?
Me? Yeah.
Have you personally played a full game of ice hockey,
No.
going as hard as you can?
No.
So I think
I don't know.
I think
Let me say
to
this.
Mike's point, I think
opinions
that
can differ.
I would
opinions
Yeah.
can differ.
probably
Yeah.
agree because
I'm
you
not
obviously
saying
have the
anybody's wrong
experience.
or right.
Right.
But the physicality is also much higher in
just-
hockey as well.
I-
So it's not just the cardio, but it's also the physicality. Like
It's-
is not
I-
ramped up to a 10th degree.
I totally get what Colin's saying because
Sure.
it's
Sure.
running
Exactly.
constantly. But you know,
And
when it comes to sports, these guys are professionals. They're all in
Exactly.
great shape.
Yeah.
Some are probably not.
And I'm not
There's
saying-
probably some
yeah,
soccer players
I'm not
that
saying
can't
he's
run the
wrong.
field as much.
Yeah.
And then they do get that time in soccer if they're defenders where they're not.
Oh, I mean, they're
working
not
as
always
much.
moving around. Yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
mean, there's some downtime. So
but I mean, it's
and that's
no
why
break.
that's
You-
why I introduced the line because all those fuckers are gonna all have heart attacks. If it was up to me.
See,
Yeah, and those landmines, who
and
knows
archers.
what's gonna happen?
There should be archers in the
Fuck
stands
yeah,
too.
dude.
Oh
randomly
damn!
play.
This is so sick.
Arena
all
soccer.
aiming for the
We
mind.
gotta
All of a
make
sudden
this
you're
happen.
like, shit! God damn it!
Oh my my god!
Now we're talking.
You think
Write
it's
this shit down.
You think it's low scoring now?
Yeah, I'm gonna write this all
There's
down
going to
for
be a
FIFA.
bunch of
Yeah, we would have scored except
Unfinished
the archer
games.
shot the goddamn ball.
But okay,
Went flat.
in the defense of soccer, though, when it comes to that point where it looks like they're going to score, it does get pretty exciting.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
I would
It's
like.
fun.
I
And
would
I've
like to
streamed-
see more of that Pele jump and do the
bicycle
flip,
kicks?
flip kick over the
That-
back.
They say that's one of the hardest moves.
Oh,
to
yeah.
I mean, it's so hard to triangulate and hit it at the right moment. I mean,
Yeah.
just normal kicking they miss all the time.
Didn't he do it like every other game though?
I don't think
No,
so.
I think
no.
he just. It's just one of those famous things. He's
I don't know
done.
that. I don't know that was even really a Pele thing.
Yeah.
I
He
think
was just
that
a great
was. I
soccer
think that
player.
was.
Was it a
Later
Beckham,
on.
a Beckham thing?
No,
No.
No.
There's a guy. There's a guy.
Beckham
That,
was a great striker, though.
bicycle.
there's a Swedish
bicycle
player
it
that's
like
done
Beckham.
that does that quite often. Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah,
Is that
Zlatan
true?
Ibrahimovic.
Abraham. Oh, okay. Ibrahimovic.
He does that quite often. He's pretty.
Linkovic.
He's pretty beastly.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds cool.
At least
you
he's
know.
not eating people.
I-
Anyone
yeah.
that doesn't start biting clavicles is cool with me.
Yeah.
I mean, soccer. You know, I will say. I mean, soccer is not my favorite sport, but I do. I've always been somebody that appreciates pretty much any sport
Sure.
Absolutely.
for what it is. You
I
know,
do
like
see the
I
beauty
try,
in it. You know.
like so it's like I'm not a huge hockey fan either, but I can totally watch hockey and I'll be like, oh, this is stupid. Nobody's. This is the second overtime and nobody's still scored. In
Right,
40
right,
minutes.
right.
You know, like I understand. I see what's going on. I see the little stuff.
Right.
So it's like I understand. Like soccer, a lot of people don't like it. The fact that you can have a 0-0 draw in a soccer match.
It's tough.
A lot
That's
of people
tough.
find that
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
sit by, but it's like, hey, these two teams played their heart out. It's not like they were just
No, absolutely.
not doing anything.
I
for
couldn't watch
90
it all the
minutes.
time, but the World Cup I think
It's
is
fun.
exciting.
And
That's why
that's why I'm
specifically the
investing
World
time.
Cup I
That-
enjoy.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
Every 4 years.
I'm not
is
going to
a
watch
good-
MLS. I'm
is a
not.
good
Did you see
buffer.
that? Did you see that the end of that Greece match, or did you see any
Which
of
one?
it too?
Tell
today?
me more. Tell me more.
Greece
tell me more.
versus who are they up against?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, right?
That game was nuts.
Thanks, Mikey. I appreciate that.
Oh, I had. by the way,
absolutely.
just a
Thank
side
you.
note. So during that match, there was Japan versus Colombia, right?
Yeah.
So it's my last day at work.
Yeah.
I'm having a beer. They just said, you know what, just drink a beer, relax.
It happens.
Anyways, one of
Should
the
you,
guys.
should you be admitting that?
Absolutely. My boss was there, so.
Oh, okay.
So one of the guys in the kitchen says, "What's the score of the match?" And one of the employees says, "Colorado's up by 1 instead of Colombia," and I started dying. Colorado's beating Japan right now, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And he's totally joking.
Oh, okay.
He knew.
Okay, that's a good joke.
And I just dying. I was like, joke of the day. So. That's crazy. So
That-
go back.
the-
So
yeah,
the
that-
end of that Ivory Coast match. What happened?
Well, it was so a little setup. It was the final group stage matches for those two were in the same group, Colombia and Japan, and Ivory Coast and Greece. And Ivory Coast needed a tie or a win to move on
Gotcha.
to the knockout. Greece needed the win, and they're like a totally defensive team. Like they're not very
Greece, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not very. And they scored one. It's some like later in the first half or whatnot, and then they just sat back on defense. But eventually, Ivory Coast broke through and got the one they needed, so it was tied again. And so Greece had to come out. And, there was not. It was their World Cup was over if they didn't score another goal.
Right.
And in soccer, there's extra time. The ref will give extra
Stoppage time. Yeah.
And there was, I think, 3 minutes given, and literally 30 seconds left in the game. The
did
guy
see
gets
that.
a penalty in the box.
Yeah, and he got that kick, right?
Yeah, and he made the goal.
Wow.
And they ended up winning and moving on. It was the first time Greece has
Amazing.
advanced out of the
Amazing.
group stage.
You know what? Good for Greece because they've
Yeah.
been a mess lately.
Oh, I know.
Economically,
That country
so
needs something.
They need something because they were just spending all this money they felt like they deserved, which was all loans. It was crazy out there, and now they're feeling it.
They're gonna end up playing. They're gonna end up playing Germany, and Angela Merkel's gonna be like, "Fucking destroy them."
I know. Yeah. Yeah, them or the Netherlands look insane too.
Not
Yeah.
unless USA beats Germany in the next game on Thursday,
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be tough though. Germany's like
Even
they're
if they beat Germany, it's still pretty likely that Germany's moving on.
yeah.
Well,
oh yeah,
now-
absolutely.
I heard.
Well, even if the U.S. loses, the
I heard-
U.S. can still move on.
I heard
They
that
still could, yeah.
I heard that
There's
in
like-
the U.S. game, U.S. Germany game coming up on Thursday, it's if either team draws, they make it.
Yes.
Well,
And if either
they
team
would both
wins,
draw.
they make it. So if they both draw, they both make it.
Yeah.
Well, they would both draw because they're both in the same game.
Well, right.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
If they draw, they both
They
make
draw-
it. Yeah.
they
Yeah, they
draw,
could
they
go
would
there and
both make
stand there
it.
for 90 minutes and they'd both move on.
Either wins, they would make it, but Germany can lose, and they would still probably make it with the way the points are.
Because it's
right now.
it's
Here's
Ghana
the
and
fun-
Portugal
let's
that are
think
going
about
to
this real
determine
quick.
that.
So now
Yeah.
we're talking about this, right? It's going to get posted
We are talking about
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Ooh.
So it's
Or
going to
not.
be
Hopefully, Michael.
Yeah.
maybe not.
I
So
might
it
have
might
to put
get
it
posted
in somebody else's hands.
It might get posted Thursday,
Shit.
and then that match is already going to
It'll
happen.
be already done.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, these idiots.
No, I could put this in
Oh,
somebody
no,
else's
no.
hands.
I'm just saying. I was just starting to think, when we post this is going to be close to when the actual
Yeah.
match is, because that's going to
yeah.
be early Thursday, right? 9
I
a.m.
was
Yeah.
planning on going into work late on Thursday because I want to watch that game, but
Yeah.
my cable's being installed at like 9 a.m. and the
that's-
game's at 9 a.m.
So they'll
They
be
party
there at
at my
11.
house.
So yeah, okay, yeah,
These
Yeah.
usually
Wanna
get
come by,
posted from
yeah.
work, though, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And you're not going into work tomorrow.
I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna miss that match
We
because-
can take it offline and talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Jeremy, my buddy from Texas, is in town. I'm going to Disneyland to see
Oh
him.
shit!
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
When tomorrow?
He might come by tonight.
what?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Just
You're
to, just
kidding.
to say hi. Yeah. So Jeremy is in
I haven't
town.
talked to that guy in months.
I know.
And
So
all of a sudden he's
gonna,
in town.
He's going to be here for a little while. So I'm really excited to see that
Shit,
son of a bitch.
hell yeah.
Alfalfa.
I can't believe I
that
don't know about this.
hippie from California that went to Texas
Go
of
ahead
all
and make it
places.
all about me.
I remember he went to Texas. He's like, it was so hard for him to find vegetarian food there. You know?
Well, it's Texas.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
so
well, we got
there's
Texas
a lot
toast and Texas toast.
But you know what? He's embraced it. So he's this hippie, right? And you know he's in Texas. But then he's like, dude, I'm shooting muskets. I
was gonna
went
say,
over
did
there.
he fall- did
we're
he fall in
shooting
love with
muskets
guns?
and
He
blunderbuss.
makes- he makes his own bullets.
He loves pirates. So we went and shot muskets, and you know we had pirate hats on, and we are just doing that in his backyard. he made like this like river thing where whenever it rains, it's just like there's beautiful. It's amazing. There's
Isn't
this-
his backyard like 6 acres?
no, he has a half acre, but the right or an acre, quarter acre, but his yeah, it's still
It's-
huge,
it's-
still insane. But yeah,
still a lot.
he's the poor one in the group. No, I'm kidding. His neighbor though has like 50 acres right behind, and he can
Jesus.
just use that.
That's insane.
He made a forge, so he just makes coins
He
for
makes his own bullets.
Yeah, it's
That's
just,
nuts.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's cool.
It's fucking awesome.
He
Is
just
what it is too.
everything.
Yeah.
He's embraced Texas and all the like just America shit you
Yeah.
can do there, so he loves it now.
Who
Even
can
though
blame
it's
him?
He has his
sweltering.
own pair of those American flag pants. You know, you think a loser like this goes on to a
Exactly.
like Starla every night? Forget about it.
Yeah, and he just drives his tank to work that he built. so
Forged.
I'm gonna see him.
His
and,
forge tank, exactly.
But we got boys' night back. It's gonna be
Gilded.
after the podcast. We're gonna start doing LAN parties. How nerdy is that? So that's starting tonight. So actually, that's starting right now. I have like 5 people outside waiting to come in.
They can
So
wait.
They can wait. So they actually already have
The
waited.
cast is worth it.
But hey, episode 25, guys.
25 of these
Unbelievable.
things.
Yeah.
Can I get some 25 high fives? Boop boop.
Wait,
boop,
we
boop.
need one more.
Boop,
There you
boop,
go.
Boop boop.
Yeah, there you go.
Boop. That's the one I wanted.
Okay.
Thank you.
Damage.
All right,
But
cool.
yeah, send your questions in podcast at condograyskull.com. Facebook. Send
Like
us some
us
stuff. Yeah,
on
like us up.
Facebook.
You know, and,
Questions,
we're-
pictures.
we're-
What did they think about our
Gentleman's
dart-
game of darts. Yeah,
Gentleman's
send
game of
it in.
darts
Yeah,
with our handiwork there? That was artwork courtesy of Joe Frederick and myself.
yeah.
So
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
yeah.
You're welcome. But anyways, you know, stay nerdy, stay dirty. I can't say anything right now. It's the very end.
Blah, blah.
It's the very end, and I
Joe,
just
you
can't
fucked
say
it up, man.
I know.
Huh?
What? All right.
Peace.
Till next time.